Hi, it's Fanny of Living Richly on a Budget. Today I want to show you a quick overview of my budget binder. These are all worksheets from my ebook Budgeting Made Easy, which is a guide to creating a budget but also includes printable worksheets. So I have a financial goal setting one. That's the first one. I think it's important to focus your budget on something, whether you're trying to pay off debt or you're trying to save up for a house. You need to know why you're budgeting so that when it gets tough, you can go back to your reason why and remind yourself why you're budgeting and why you're trying to save money and why you're doing this. Otherwise, it's easy to give up. And so for the financial goal setting, I have short-term goals, like under 6 months, like for saving for Christmas, medium goals, 6 months a year, like saving for vacation, long-term goals, saving for a house, or saving for college, retirement. And then my next sheet is a daily spending log. It's important to track your expenses so that you know what you're spending money on. And the thing about tracking expenses is even though it's kind of tedious, it kind of helps psychologically to know where the money's going so that you're not just spending mindlessly. That once you start writing it and tracking it, you're going to start being aware of what you're spending money on. And it's almost like a guilt trip to yourself, like why you're spending money on stuff you don't need at Target when you should be spending the money here or saving for your vacation or something else, something more important. And with my spending log, I want to show you that the days of the month are already written down here. It's like this is days 1 to 15. I have another one for 16 to 30. And then I have the other categories they're already filled in here, like for your car, like when you pay for gas, clothes, eating out, groceries. Those are like the main expenses that I track. Next one, this sheet is pretty important. The bill pay checklist. I used to not know when the bills are coming, and the thing is we are house sharing so that bills are not in my name, and they would come, and what would happen is I would give the family member the money for the bill, but it wouldn't get paid because they're not paying attention to it. And so our water got cut off, our cell phone bill got cut off, and finally I just said, hey, I'm taking control of all our bills even though it's not my name. So what happened is I transferred everything and made my own username to log in everything. I put everything online. So I had access to all the utilities and accounts online so that I could pay it directly instead of, waiting to get the bill in the mail. And that's why I created the bill pay checklist. I put everything down so in order of when it's due. So the internet bill is due on the 1st, health insurance, rent, mortgage, and so forth. And I put the amount on here. For things that are variable, like credit cards and the water or electricity, you just leave it blank. And also keep track of things that are on auto pay so that even though it's on auto pay, doesn't mean that you should not pay attention to them. You should always watch to see if the auto pays are paid, because sometimes something happens and something doesn't get paid and you're still gonna get penalized for it. So just check those. These are by month, and so after you pay the bill, you check it off. For the bills that are due a couple times a year, like our garbage bill and water bill, what I do is, so this is done every quarter, the garbage bill. I block off the first 2 months and then I pay it, the last month of the quarter. So in March, we pay the garbage bill. So I block off these 2 months and then I know which month it's really due. For the water bill, it's due every other month. So I block off the first month, and then the second month it's due, and so I leave that blank so I know when they're due. And it just helps to have everything all on one page so that I can see what's coming up, have that money ready, and just know that the bills are coming instead of being surprised, so that I feel prepared and more control of my money. Next sheet is a debt eraser tracker. A couple years ago, we were paying off $10,000 in debt, and it really helped to have everything listed on one sheet, just so that I could see everything, like where everything was. I also have a credit card tracker in the back. I'll show you later. Let's say I have a medical bill for $500 and I'm going to pay it every month. I'm going to do the debt snowball method by Dave Ramsey. So I'm going to pay off the medical bill first and then the credit card. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting $100 towards the medical bill, $100 a month, and then $50 a month for the credit card. So what I've done here is, this is how you track like how much you put in and how much is left over. So I just split this box in half and I put down, this is how much I paid. This is how I paid $100 towards this bill. Then there's $400 left over. Then $100, $300 left, and then so forth until it's paid off. And then the second bill, once this bill is paid off, then I can add that $100 towards this bill. Instead of $50 a month, I'm going to do $150 a month, so I can snowball it and pay off this debt faster. And you know this is not going to line up exactly because there's interest charges, but just, you know, put the amount just so you can get the rough estimate of how much you owe. And it's just good to track everything, because once you put it down, you're more likely to pay it off because it's in your mind because you wrote it down. The sheet that everyone focuses on is the monthly budget planner. And I think it's important to have the monthly budget, but it's going to change every month. So, you know, put everything down just so you can know like a, you know, estimate of how much you really spend a month, how much you make. It's important to know those things. And even though there's going to be expenses and things are going to change every month, at least you know how much you make, how much you know, how much expenses are, and then you'll know when you don't have enough money. At least you know how much you have to work with, and if you're short like a certain amount, you'll know, and so that you can fix it. And I have this income brainstorming worksheet. So let's say you're $300 short a month. You don't have enough to pay all your bills. What you're going to do first is figure out which expenses you can cut and live without. Say you can cut out cable and save $80 a month. Put that down, or you can downgrade your cell phone to an Android or a pay-as-you-go phone and save like $100 a month. You know, put that down, and once you figure that out, then you save $200 a month by cutting expenses. Then figure out like how much money you need to earn extra a month to cover the gap. Say it's $100 a month. What can you do to earn an extra $100 a month? I think everyone has a skill or something you like to do that can earn extra income. I mean, it could be anything. Nowadays, you can do dog walking, you can do Uber, drive for Uber, you can rent out a spare room in your house through Airbnb. You can you can earn money just selling t-shirts online, or I sell ebooks. I sell my ebook, Budgeting Made Easy, my printables. I also make money through YouTube and my blog. There's no excuse not to figure out how to earn extra income every month. And so this just helps you visualize everything and organize your thoughts and just have a plan of action. And there's some other sheets here, like a credit card tracker, like what I was saying. When you're paying off debt, it's nice to have everything all in one place. I mean, you probably have everything saved on your computer, but just in case, you know, put down your passwords and username just in case you switch computers or something and you need to look up your username and password. You'll have everything all here. And I find that just easier, just so you could log in and pay all your bills at once. It just makes the process easier. And next I want to show you my checkbook register. So this is included too. Because usually checkbooks, they just give you a teeny tiny transaction book. And I find that this one's easier to track my expenses. So what I do with this checkbook register is I keep track of my debit transactions as well as my checks. So when I withdraw from the ATM, I put down ATM. When I use my debit card, I put debit. But I also want to note that I also put the transaction number. Like after you pay for the bill, then you get a number, a confirmation number, and I put that here. And that helps so that I have everything somewhere to track it. This is my ebook, Budgeting Made Easy. This includes all the worksheets I showed you, and it also is a guide on how to create a budget. I want to show you quickly this table of contents. You can see right here, there's 7 steps here. And what I do with each chapter, Let's go to the first chapter. Possess the right mindset. So each chapter is a couple pages, really easy to read. And at the end of each chapter, there's a challenge, so something you can do with the worksheet that's included. So this chapter, I have the financial goal setting, achieving goals worksheet. I just want to show you quickly what it looks like inside. So it just shows you how to use the worksheet. So my ebook is 56 pages long. It's including, it includes the worksheets, but there's also a separate file that where you can just click to the worksheet that you want. There's files that aren't shown here in this ebook. I hope you like the overview of my budget binder and also a sneak peek into my ebook, Budgeting Made Easy. You can buy Budgeting Made Easy on my blog, Living Richly on a Budget. And I also have a link below where you can purchase it. I hope this video helped give you ideas on how to create a budget, how to organize your money, how to just be in control of your money and pay off debt. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll answer it. See you next time. Bye.